Thank you. What a challenge to keep you awake. Machine learning and influence as a lawyer is kind of an off-the-wall topic. Somebody said I was talking about that in Legal Marketing Association. I couldn't figure out why the hell I even chose that. But if you talk about influence as a lawyer, that tends to be a good thing. Now, I don't put a lot of words on slides, but I think the definition is pretty interesting. You can pull your own words out of it. Capacity to have an effect on character, development, behavior, someone, have influence on. What is an influential lawyer? If you look it up, there was this actually National Law Journal, to have clout, to get legal results, to have a media presence, to have credibility in the business of practicing law, and to be looked at as being a thought leader. What do these influential lawyers look like? If you actually go to Google and say, what does an influential lawyer look like? You get this. This is from the National Law Journal. And these are everybody from, Hillary Clinton to people that have served, Supreme Court, people that serve in business, all those type of things. Now, what the hell do machines have to do with being an influential lawyer? Until now, you could go to a coffee house in a small town and say, who are the most influential lawyers in your community? And if you were talking among lawyers, they could probably rattle off a name or two. But in the future, it's going to be machines. It's going to be data based on our influence. It's going to be measured by machines, and it's not going to be so theoretical. If you ask a technical person, what's machine learning mean? Well, if we had to teach computers how to get fish out of a lake and we said, go get trout, they look like that. But if they pulled out something that looked like the bass on the last slide, that's wrong. Go get fish that have different types of fins, and you start to identify activity. That's what machine learning is. And so Google, Facebook, and all these places are hiring these people that get into machine learning, artificial intelligence. How are the machines going to measure influence going forward? They're going to do it because we're going to get out and we're going to network. Facebook, Twitter, blogging, all this activity. We're going to get out and be social. So we always hear the term social media. We reference a blog post, social networking. We're liking what somebody says. We're commenting on what they said. I mean, just during Justice Alito's presentation, there were all these tweets. There were Facebook pictures. All of that is networking. The machines that are going to be doing this for us, they're all the things we already use. LinkedIn. We share content on LinkedIn. How many people here share content on LinkedIn? I mean, I do. Look at more than half of you do. People like it. They comment on it. We're measuring activity. Blogs, the same thing. We cite other blogs. Blogs get shared on Twitter. Blogs get shared on LinkedIn. We can see who the author of a blog is now on Google authorship. We're going to measure the influence of somebody because they have a Google Plus account. We're going to do it at Twitter. I mean, look at the activity at Twitter. Twitter today just bought another company which indicates it's going to influence TV activity, what we watch, the conversations that take place. All of these machines now are learning our activity and learning the people that we have relationships with. They're learning our measure of influence and how other people respect us. Facebook, the largest social network in the world. And as I go to conferences around the country and I ask which social network people use, the lawyers use, by far and away, it's Facebook, despite everybody saying, well, gee, that's just a personal network, it's not professional. Google Plus is going to be huge. It may not be this place that you log into, but it's certainly going to be this matrix that follows your activity all over the place. I go to Photos for review and plus something, they own that. I plus one a blog, I plus one a person, we're knowing more activity. And how are we going to score this influence that we have? There's a thing called clout. How many people have heard of that? You have a clout score. I don't think that's going to be it. That's pretty artificial. You may walk up into the Hilton and they may say, oh, you got a clout score of 76, we're going to be really nice to you, so you'll tell other people. I think it's going to be measured by who discovers you, who you discover to grow your network. So it's going to be measured by discovery, not by a clout score. It's going to be measured by learning. Your network is going to grow. As your network grows as lawyers and you know more lawyers that are influential, you're going to learn more. People are going to learn more about you. And these are going to be as a result of machines, not by some theoretical influence. And then you're going to have relationships, because relationships are everything. They're what life is made about. Facebook relationships in the professional world, relationships that then go from the online world to the face-to-face world. That's everything that life is about. And when you get to the end of the day, what do you end up with? Some things that are priceless: trust, experience, credibility, and thought leadership, all from machines that we're already using that are measuring our influence behind the scenes. Thank you very much.